Hello there, and welcome to part 2 of how to model a super cool Blender logo. Select everything and delete it. Turn on the Sverchok preview. Let the nodes breathe. Control-click the quadrant, then tweak the chamfer value. Reactivate the plane and start shaping it. Pull a bit up, a bit down, then right and left. Very technical. Adjust the fillet value. Turn off the plane. You won't miss it. Reactivate the other parts to check the progress. Then start editing the cylindrical hole. Move it into place so it matches the wing shape you just changed. Update the chamfer value again, because of course. Move these nodes around, then duplicate this set so you can reuse it later for another chamfer. Select solid edge. Then pick Evaluate Curve and open Index Viewer. Enter the maximum edge count and start masking. Mask them in a consistent order. Future you will thank you. Mask them one by one. Yes, all of them. Check the shape carefully. No errors allowed today. Take a breath. Edges can smell fear. Stare at the mesh until it behaves. If nothing breaks, pretend it was planned. Check again that the shape has no errors. Notice something you skipped and try to enable it. Classic workflow. Miss one checkbox. Fix it confidently, like you meant to. And you should be done, probably. Now you can freely adjust the chamfer value. Try a couple of values until it feels right. This is the part where you just test things. Totally not guessing. Absolutely not. Delete the set you no longer need so you can see the edges. Enjoy the edges. They're temporarily honest. Isolate the cylinder and scale it. Sverchok struggles to scale around the true center. So do a few manual tweaks. There's a faster method. Save it for another video. Clean up the nodes a bit. Then use your usual solid boolean to create the bolt head. Turn the 3D preview back on and check if the chain actually worked. Keep checking the mesh. Trust is optional. Apply Auto Smooth, then try applying materials. Enable rendering, then rename this group to first quadrant. Delete the preview. Less clutter, more sanity. Create a new node set and name it second quadrant. Go back to the first set and select everything. Press Ctrl+C, select the other group, then Ctrl+V to paste it all. Delete what you don't need. Be ruthless. Isolate the first quadrant slice and rotate it to create the second. Reapply the chamfers, then reactivate the wing. Use Transform Solid to rotate the wing around the center. This time, it's nicer. Reapply the next changes, then isolate the whole cylinder. Move it like before. But now center it on the second quadrant wing. Move the smaller cylinder too. That will be the bolt head. And yes, something will fail. It's tradition. If it doesn't fail, you're in the wrong timeline. Here you hit a fillet problem. Of course you do. Use Evaluate Curve again to inspect edge indices. And try to fix this fillet mess. Spoiler, it won't go well. For now, let it go and keep modeling. Move these nodes aside and keep them for later. Duplicate the plane used for the second wing. Then modify it to build the third wing. Rotate it and move vertices into the correct position. You could reuse the same shape, but you won't. It's styled with the plane selected. Copy this node and press Get Selection. To update the wing shape, another fillet issue appears, so update the fillet indices. Find the correct indices. Then adjust the fillet value to avoid errors. Press Bake again to refresh the 3D preview. And confirm everything still behaves. Refine the wing shape slightly. Move vertices one by one and tweak the fillet value. Now you realize it's better to create the fillet only once. Move these nodes back, but the mesh complains loudly. When the mesh complains, listen, then ignore it. And proceed anyway, like a professional. Update the maximum edge count, reactivate indices. Then focus on the cylindrical hole of the second wing first. Duplicate the cylinder that will cut the second wing. And move it carefully into the correct position. Like this, nice and clean. Create another boolean to subtract the cylinder. Show edges again, update the max count, and start the fillet. Work step by step, in a nice chain of logic. This fillet will still misbehave. So simplify it and return to it later. See the shape causing trouble? Especially right there. This happens often, even in free CAD. So don't panic. Panic is reserved for renders. Just take notes and keep moving forward. Speed up this part, it's mostly setup work. You'll use it later anyway. Mainly to fix the issue from this fillet. Actually, it's a chamfer. Words are hard. Adjust the chamfer value. Then press bake to preview the mesh. Somehow it works. Don't question it. The preview looks correct. Take the win. This is rare and precious. Duplicate the transform solid node so you can duplicate the bolt too. Then center it in the third wing hole. Do it precisely. Yes, be picky on purpose. Click again to check the preview. Looks correct. You may proceed. This is the final part of the tutorial, where you create an insert on the side of the quadrant. Create a new cylinder and scale it into position. Since it shouldn't cut everywhere, reduce the cylinder opening angle. Then use transform solid and start rotating it. Scale it again, scale along Z, and move it up. Once the position is right, reduce the size and rotate it until it stops cutting what you actually need. Use a Boolean intersection to get the insert shape exactly how you want it. Then use another Boolean to carve the insert. It's subtracted from the main mesh. Now add the carved part into list join. Use a node to extract the insert faces. Use list input to select the face to extract. Once the face is correct, use this noded. Solidify it to create geometry normal to that face. Do this to create a recess in the insert. Scale it with transform solid and position it carefully. Then apply a Boolean cut to carve the recess. A little bit of inception, modeling inside modeling. And that's finished. Update the list input. So when you press bake, the correct shape is preserved. Apply materials and show the first quadrant again to get a complete overview of what you built today. And that's the end of part 2. Hit like, subscribe, and tell the algorithm you enjoyed suffering. Also, yes, support is welcome. Nodes don't pay rent. See you in the next video.